Hot 91.7, your mega hit station. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to your Wednesday Wellness, your Wellness Wednesday edition of the show. Good to have you all here, all courtesy of Everybody Wins. And let me tell you something, folks. For the entire month of February, customers have a chance to win their share of $100,000 in cash prizes. Now, for every $20 that you spend, you obviously increase your chances. The more you spend, the more chances you have to win. Now, 30 winners will be randomly selected at the end of the month, the 28th to be exact, with prizes ranging from $950 to $30,000 in cash. Now, there's going to be multiple winners, and you can be one of them. All right, it's the Lottery of Love by Everybody Wins. I got to say good afternoon to everybody locked and loaded. Good to have you with me on a Wednesday, a Wellness Wednesday. All right, I also got to say thank you to Fidelity. I got to say thank you to Wax Moi. And of course, they've got 2 locations to serve you now. They're more than just waxing. They now offer massages, laser treatments, facials, manis, pedis, and a whole lot more. Mall at Marathon is the new location. And then, of course, they're also in the Shirley Street Plaza. That one opens 7 days a week. All right. Good afternoon to everybody locked and loaded. So good to have you. We are 91.7 on the FM band, channel 971 on cable. And of course, we are Natural Empress and we're Hot 91 on Facebook. All right. So with that said, it's good to have, I see Mr. Jervis with us. Of course, you guys would have remembered him, the Phyto. All right, we're going to talk more about that. Wait for him to log back in. But in the meantime, he's brought some guests along, and I had the esteemed pleasure of trying to talk to them 2 Wednesdays ago. Dr. Lana Contis in Ohio and Coach Kim McDaniel in Tampa, Florida. So good afternoon to you both until Jervis arrives. Good afternoon. How are you?
My consistent line, Empress, is that I am walking on sunshine. That's how I am.
I love it. Who's that? Who sung that again?
I can't remember, but
I got you. I'm here with you
for them in the interim.
Yes. I'm walking on sunshine. It's a beautiful. And guess what? We're walking on real sunshine here in the Bahamas too. It's Amen. A beautiful, beautiful Wednesday.
Love that. I love that.
Yes.
It's cold and snowy here.
I
am a Buckeye girl in Ohio, but the sun is out. And when you're healthy and full of energy, every day is a good day. And
yes,
you feel like you have sunshine inside.
Absolutely. So, of course, since we attempted to talk a couple weeks ago, of course, with Cyril in studio with me, we got an overview of this. I want to call it a life-changing product. All right. I want you to give some more insight, and then I now can really join in the conversation. Right. I now can truly give a testimony versus, just talking to you guys and you guys telling me all the wonderful things, all the wonderful benefits about the product. I can be the president of this company now. I can truly talk about this product. So I want you to reintroduce to the masses once again. Seeing as we didn't get a chance to really talk to you, Dr. Lana, a couple weeks ago. So let's reintroduce the product to those that are just tuning in.
I would be blessed and honored to do so.
Okay.
So welcome. I love the Bahamas. I've been there many times. So I wanted to say that first.
Okay.
Love all of you beautiful people there. And I can't wait for all of us to come see you in person because there's phytoplankton all over the island and everyone's using it every day. So what in the world is this and why should you care, right?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you a 20-year story. Don't panic, everyone. I'm going to tell you a 20-year story in like less than 2 minutes, I promise. Okay. I'm really blessed. I work with the owner, the founder of this company, David Hunter, every day. And we really believe God brought us all together. And it's such an honor to begin to know Coach Kim as well. And CJ is an amazing human being. So long story short, David Hunter worked for a man. I'm going to really shorten this, but it's so important. David Hunter worked for a man named Tom Harper in the Pacific Northwest on Vancouver Island in Canada. And Mr. Harper had a diagnosis of mesothelioma, which is deadly, fatal, terminal lung cancer.
Right.
And I want you beautiful people all to know that we don't ever make any medical or health claims. We're not saying that this product or phytoplankton or anything heals or cures or treats any diseases or conditions. And I will share with you that David Hunter watched something miraculous happen. Tom Harper was a sea farmer. He grew shellfish and he grew phytoplankton and fed the shellfish phytoplankton. He sold his shellfish to the local, very affluent restaurants because his shellfish were the biggest, tastiest, healthiest shellfish around. And Tom Harper hired David not only to be in sales for him, but little did David know, Tom hired him because Tom was dying of mesothelioma and he wanted David to help him get his company in line to leave it for his daughter and his family. Tom Harper intuitively started sticking his fingers in the phytoplankton tank, in the shellfish tank, and eating about a teaspoon a day of this green plant food, this green phytoplankton that was supposed to feed all the shellfish. His family thought he was crazy. His family begged him to stop eating this plant food, microscopic food, phytoplankton, and he wouldn't stop. And some time later, Tom Harper was a type 1 diabetic and his blood sugar regulated. And he had about 9 weeks to live. He had terminal lung cancer and he had all kind of energy. He had a surgery, he had a procedure, and the surgeon came out and said, the family thought Tom Harper died on the table because the look on the surgeon's face. And the surgeon came out with this perplexed look and said, I don't know what to tell you all, but your father and your brother and husband and everyone has this white, like protective covering around his tumors. And we've sent 11 sites of his tumors to pathology and they are benign. Your father does not have lung cancer anymore.
Whoa.
So Tom Harper retired to Hawaii, lived many more years and retired. Let's jump over to our friend, yours and mine, the owner and CEO of Global Phytoplankton Alliance, David Hunter. David Hunter watched all of this 20 years ago. David Hunter said, I don't know what's going on with this microscopic first food on the planet, phytoplankton, but I'm going to devote the rest of my life and research it and find out. And that's what David Hunter did. So fast forward to today, there's even newspaper articles we can send to you. We're not making any claims, but there's a newspaper article that this article went all over British Columbia and Vancouver saying man believes phytoplankton helped him overcome deadly, lung cancer. There's newspaper articles and people drove and drove from all over Canada to the shellfish farm to get phytoplankton. And David Hunter, again, he just witnessed all of this. So 20 years later, David Hunter now is the largest buyer, supplier, producer of the highest quality, most nutritionally comprehensive phytoplankton in the world, along with his partner. It's grown in a HACCP facility, a facility that is food grade certified, and it is pharmaceutically grade filtered real seawater, meaning they take real seawater. A lot of algae and phytoplankton is grown in fake seawater, artificial seawater. This is grown in real seawater, beautifully pharmaceutically grade filtered seawater. And it's grown over a period of 90 days and it turns into like a green ketchup. And the green ketchup, if you will, is this beautiful phytoplankton. It is dehydrated and powdered. All that is put together in the jars and the spoons and everything over in the United States. And you are first to market. This has been sold in Canada for 12 years. So
We're late.
hundreds of thousands of human beings have taken this beautiful Gadatana, God's first food. This is microscopic food. This is the first food on the planet. This feeds the entire oceanic ecosystem. This Gadatana phytoplankton, CJ calls it, is providing about 90% of the oxygen on Earth. So this is a way to take one tiny scoop a day. 90 billion plant cells are in a scoop about the size of a lady's pinky fingernail.
Pinky, yep.
The jar is the size of like a little coffee Keurig cup. There's 30 scoops in here, one a day. You mix it in a couple ounces of coconut water, a couple ounces of water, a couple ounces of plant milk, something that tastes good to you, nothing hot. Don't ever put it in hot. You'll kill off the beautiful plants in there. And 1 scoop a day. And you can take up to 4 scoops a day. You can take up to 10 scoops a day if health is your number one priority and time is of the essence. But I will finish up here and say that David sold it in Canada for 12 years. They ended up, there's millions of dollars of research on the phytoplankton. You cannot get hurt on it. It's food. It's food. It's God's microscopic plant food. And this is the cleanest, leanest microscopic plant food, pure nutrition on Earth. And it gets right into your cells and it fuels your mitochondria. So it fuels the battery of your cells. So this is why people are saying, the last thing I'll say, lovely Empress, is people are saying, oh my gosh, David's migraine, he had 3 migraines a week. They were gone. He had a rash all over, basically on large parts of his body. The rash is gone. People are saying my migraines are going away. My headache's going away. My blood sugar is balancing. My type 2 diabetes A1C is balancing. My cholesterol is balancing. I feel better. I sleep better. I move better. It is not because we're making health claims. It's because you are getting microscopic, comprehensive plant food nutrition in through your cell membranes and fueling the mitochondria, which is the battery of your cells.
Battery for the cell.
We're honored to bring it to you.
Let me ask you a question, Dr. Lana, real quick. How long have you been on Phyto?
I have been taking it, 6, 7, 8, going on 9 months now. And very quickly, my mother had, and I'll be legal and compliant here, had an event in her brain where you're not getting blood to your brain, and it altered her personality dramatically. My sweet, sweet mom became very, very aggressive and not nice, and it was extraordinarily stressful. I'm her only human. My dad died of dementia. My brother died of brain cancer young, and it was so difficult. The only tool I had in my toolbox that I wasn't giving her was the Gadatana. And I am telling you, in days, her personality came back. She was telling stories like she was 50 years old. Even my daughter, her granddaughter, said, oh my gosh, Muma's back like when I was a little girl. So I've witnessed extraordinary things with my patients too, that have had all kind of headaches and migraines and abdominal issues and digestive disorders. And so David called me and we met briefly, and he said, I'd like to talk to you. And he said, will you help me bring this to the United States? And the rest is history.
Wow. Listen, we're going to take a quick break right here. I want to, of course, talk to Coach in a sec. And then, of course, CJ, it's good to have you back on the live feed. We're going to talk more. I'd like to, inject a little 1-2 in there as well, because I recently began taking Phyto, and I have a story to tell as well. So we're going to take a quick break right here. This is Free Your Mind on a Wellness Wednesday right here on your mega hit station. We're Hot 91. Hot 91.7, your mega hit station. Welcome back on Wellness Wednesday. Of course, Coach Kim, good to have you once again. And of course, I think the last time we spoke, we were trying to give us a real quick synopsis of your time in taking the Gadatana. So I'd like you to once again reintroduce yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again for being here, allowing me to be here. I am a wellness coach, and wellness is my passion. It's what I thrive on, serving other people and introducing them to solutions. There's so many opportunities for people to gather in circles and complain and compare who's taking the most medication and wallow in that. And I just come in with a big explosive, hey, let's turn this around and talk about solutions and ways to get out from under this so that we can put that mask on ourselves and then be strong enough to help other people.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Phyto. A couple of things I got to say. Dr. Lana talked about how Phyto is all around the Bahamas, and it gave me a picture when God asked Moses. He said, "What's in your hand? Like, what do you have right there?" This isn't something that had to be created out of nothing. These great minds got together. God said, "I have given you what you need. What's in your hands? How are you going to tap into this phytoplankton and start putting it into your body and letting it speak to your body?" We put so many things into our system that our body doesn't recognize. Things show up in our system and they're knocking on the door saying, "Trick or treat." And the body's like, "Who are you? What are you going to do to me?" Right? So this is something that the body can recognize. Think of a chain link fence, right? If you try to throw a basketball through a chain link fence, it's not going to go through. But if you take a handful of marbles and toss it through, it comes out the other side. And that's what phytoplankton does. It gets into your cells and it does the job it's supposed to do. And you said that CJ nicknames it phyto. And I got to say, man, I'm liking that verb. Because people say to me, "Hey, are you going to age gracefully?" I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm fighting it every step of the way." Do not get confused. So in that, I'm very active, athletic. I was playing my new sport is pickleball. It's like, it's all of that. So I love it. But my knees are like, "Wait, what's happening? What's happening?" And I had some major injuries from, playing too aggressively, all that stuff. I'm highly competitive. And so it looked like inflammation, a lot of pain. And it really gave me a chance to commiserate and have compassion for people who move slowly upstairs. It was just some heavy pain going on there. Inside of 1 week of taking the product, my knees were like, "We're back. We're back."
In 1 week.
In 1 week, in less than 1 week. Empress, I'm now on the court. My team members are 17, 18-year-old kids, and we are kicking it. Just the energy, the love, because I just believe you have to feed yourself. You have to, pick yourself up by your own scruff of the neck sometime and say, "I'm not going out like this. I'm not going out like this." Having a real conversation with yourself. And you call this Wellness Wednesday. I'm saying this is like wellness is out there. The ship is pulling up to the dock. And it's your chance to get on board or not. Everybody is sick.
Yep.
Everyone is not sick. So make a choice to shift and take this gift that is in our hands and start creating a new lifestyle, and everything can turn around for you.
Do you know that a lot of people, they end up getting accustomed to whatever the ailments are. They just said, "Well, you know what, this is it." And when it comes to price point, a lot of people they rather pay the doctor rather than to give themselves a fighting chance with just changing some things and incorporating some things. What do you say to that person?
I say that everything has a cost. So there are going to be some things that you pay. You might not, let's say you say, "I'm just going to deal with this thing that you said," you get so comfortable with it.
Yeah.
How people in my space would even name it. "Oh, Arthur came to visit today." I'm like, "Who's Arthur?" Like, how are you naming that challenge, right? So you're in this space. And if you say, "Well, I'm just going to suck it up. I'm not going to buy phytoplankton. I'm not going to take meds. I'm just going to suck it up.
Yes.
What price is your pain? Like there's a cost to that. There's a cost to not being able to get on the floor with your grandkids. There's a cost to not being able to go out. Everyone else is going out to have fun, but you have to sit back because you're postponing enjoyment of life. You're degrading your
You're
quality.
decreasing your quality of life.
Absolutely. There is a cost. So I want people to realize that make the choice. You still are free agents. But when you make the choice, understand that it is a choice. You cannot claim victim status. You cannot blame anyone else. And I will only say this, were it me, I would try everything I could to get that quality of life. And this is right here before you. All you have to do is reach out and give it a try. I'd say give it 90 days, 30, 60, 90 days, right? What?
Okay,
Yes.
so 3 months for sure. Not everybody's gonna get that 1 week result that you did, where you saw where it was already life changing in a matter of 7 days. Everybody won't get that result, correct?
Absolutely, because your body's not necessarily going to turn on a dime. Some of us have more, chronic pain, chronic diseases, challenges. So give your body the honor, right, the dignity to turn itself around
In its own time.
The right tools, and guess what's not the right tools? A high fat, sugary diet. That's not going to turn it around. We know that. It's proven. And yet we keep doing that. And really, we are exacerbating situations when, if nothing else, we just have to stop, give our body time to rest so that it can heal with these new implementation. That your body deserves that. Your future deserves
right.
it, your family deserves it, right? Those are the questions you have to ask yourself. What does my family deserve?
True.
Right? That's a fair question.
And I think also, if I may interject, here in the Bahamas, we're always looking for a quick fix. We want to continue on the path of unhealthy habits, eating horribly. And then you hear of a product like this and you expect to carry on smartly and just incorporate this and expect a miracle. So we say to those persons, you've got to, like you say, be gracious to your space and your body. I incorporated, CJ, when did you leave here? When did you leave here exactly? I want to say 2 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah, it was April 6th when we left.
Oh, not April. You too.
No. February. February 6th.
Okay. It was the what? The 6th?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. So I started it on the 8th, right, of February. And I took it the morning of my workout. I do boot camp at 5 a.m., right? So I took it about 4:30. And, at first I said, this has got to be, a mind game. This has got to be all in my mind, because I don't necessarily struggle in the class, but it was so bad, or should I say so good, that my coach and my accountability partner was like, what are you on? Like, it was just a joke. Like, so, like, what are you on? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, no, you just breeze it through while everybody's, struggling to get up on the wall, because we were doing leg raises on a wall, right, with weight. So you got to jump up on the wall, knee up, weight up, and you back down again. And I'm just up, going. And they were like, no, seriously, what are you on? And all I did was smiled, because I'm like, you know what? This got to be a mind thing. I'm going to try it tomorrow again. So I did it again, right? That was a Wednesday. I did it again on the Friday. I took it the Thursday, again on Friday, the same effect. And I'm like, no, this boost of energy is not normal. It's not normal. So I can honestly attest to the fact that when it comes to energy, first and foremost, it is bar none. Yeah. Second to none.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this is just week 2 for me.
You keep it up, Empress. Don't stop. Like Dr. Lana always say,
she's-
take your Fido every day and watch
Yes.
those other things go away.
I
just
love
made
it.
that up.
No,
love it.
absolutely.
Yeah, she
Empress.
said-
And you were getting nutrition that was fueling the powerhouse of your cells. So
That
when that
mitochondria.
happens, your body starts to balance and everything starts to function better. And it's amazing for workout recovery and energy. And that's wonderful.
I'm also finding that it speaks to and it lends itself to killing inflammation, because there was a pain that I've had for the last I want to say at least 8 months. And like I said to you, Coach, you end up just saying, it's not that bad. I'll just live with it. Until, again, after 3-4 days of taking the Garitana, that's gone. So I know for a fact it kills inflammation.
And it's just pure, green, lean, clean
Green goodness.
nutrition.
Let's call it green goodness.
It's green goodness. That Fido, it is, I call it God's perfect microscopic nutrition. And like Coach Kim said, nothing is added to this. Like so many supplements, people spend so much money on other supplements. And we spend money on stuff we shouldn't, right? Junk food or things if we're in the store. So we could save money that way. But long of the short of it is, when you are getting nutrition in your cells, you don't have to spend money on all of these other supplements, because the nutritional profile of Garitana is extremely impressive. I mean, it's long. You need to be a micro, biologist to read it. It's full of protein and omega-3 fatty acids and amino acids and minerals and vitamins. I mean, the list goes on and on. And when you get that nutrition in your body, that's all the stories. And man didn't make this. Man delivered it. Like David Hunter dried it, powdered it, and delivered it to the United States. But man didn't make this. Nature made Garitana.
That's right.
Nature made Garitana. And what I
By the
believe,
way,
God made it.
Dr. Lana, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Dr. Lana, I gotta say this because I don't want to get in trouble. When you said that CJ came up with the Garitana, actually it was Coach Kim. And I told her, I said, Coach Kim, I'm gonna give you credit the first time. But after that, I'm taking responsibility to cover up with that.
Love
Okay.
it.
So, and I just want to say thank you. It's an honor to be on your show again, Empress, and to be along with these
good to have
distinguished
you
guests.
guys.
Yeah, David expresses is that he's sorry for not being here. He's traveling right now, but I'm sure the next time we get on your show, he will probably be here. But
Yes,
I will be remiss if I don't take an opportunity to give a shout out to Coral Pharmaceuticals, who is the actual distributor of the product in the Bahamas, and they're distributing it through all of their pharmacies and stores. And I have a list of locations. Before we end, I want to make sure I give you those names of places where they can find this product, including, believe it or not, Juicing for Life. Right?
Do you know, as of today's date, I'm sold out.
Oh my! Well, I'll call Coral Pharmaceuticals today and tell them they need to get over there and get your product.
The minute I opened my mouth and started talking about this crazy energy and the lack of pain in the body based on something that I was dealing with for months, I just had to say it once and it was gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Empress, if you don't mind me popping in here real quick and saying, a lot of people, think, oh my gosh, because I know too, Americans are skeptics and they're thinking,
sure.
What is this? And I'm taking blood pressure medications. This is going to be contraindicated. And oh my gosh, I'm taking aspirin for this, or, I'm this age, or I have that going on. And oh my goodness, is it safe for me to take? And it's kind of, and I mean this with all due love and respect, but it is kind of funny. I have a great answer for you. It is kind of funny because you think about it. This is God's beautiful, pure, microscopic, single cell plant nutrition, right? It's food. So there's no contraindications. It is completely safe. You don't have to worry about when you take it. You could take it with food. You could take it before breakfast, before lunch, before dinner. You could take it after. It doesn't matter if you're on medications. I would keep the medications about 2 hours away from taking it. Not because it's dangerous, just because let the medications move through your bloodstream and get out, and then put this beautiful, pure nutrition in.
Yes.
And never, ever, ever put it in anything hot. No hot coffee, no hot tea, no hot soup. Just make sure it's in a couple of ounces of cold coconut water or cold. My mom puts it in chocolate almond milk, just something cold, a few ounces. Shoot it down, like CJ says, the Phyto shot. But it's food, so you don't have to worry about contraindications or is it safe for you to take.
Absolutely. Well, of course, I'm just happy to know that it's readily available here in the Bahamas. We just need to get the word out a little bit more, get some true testimonies, like I said, because we're the type of people, we need proof. We need proof. We need to hear it from, persons who have been on it for a while. And like I said, this is only week 2 for me, and I can already tell the major, major difference. I don't know what else it speaks to. I know there are persons that, ask about it helping with sleep. So I need you to explain that to me. How is it that it gives you all this energy, but it's yet good to help you with some quality sleep? How does that work? Is it based on the time that you take it?
Here's the thing. And I know I don't mean to sound like a broken record, and CJ and Coach Kim can certainly hop in when I'm done. But when you are able to, and I'll start by saying most people don't know, and most doctors, especially in the United States, thank the Lord above all glory to God for my training. I was trained by medical doctors for 6 years in addition to my doctorate, and then 2 years of digestive health school. The only reason I say that is no one's explaining about the cell membrane. And the reason people have headaches or migraines or high cholesterol or high blood sugar, or they gain weight, or they have hormone issues or skin issues or gut issues, is because that cell membrane, and I'm going to answer your question, Empress, but that cell membrane gets clogged with medications, over-the-counter pills, alcohol, stress, sugar, even birth control pills, vaccines, all kind of any medication, pesticides, herbicides, all of these viruses, all of that kind of misshapens or clogs your cell membrane. So you may be trying to eat healthier. That doesn't mean your gut is breaking it down. It's getting into your bloodstream and it's getting through that double layer cell membrane. Usually it's not. So this is microscopic, single cell, beautiful, pure food, plant food. It's getting through the membranes. It's fueling the mitochondria. And when that happens, think of that as the engine of your car, the motor of your car. And when that's oiled well, and when that has gas, your car has gasoline and that engine can work well, you can go anywhere, you can do anything, and you can still drive back home in the garage and park your car. So long story short, when you're getting nutrition in through those double cell membrane layers, fueling the battery, the mitochondria, every single day, your body balances. So your body knows when to wake up. And I really encourage you, don't get everybody loves those dark out blinds and blackout blinds, but we should naturally wake with the sun. And when the sun starts to go down, our bodies and metabolism and everything starts to slow down, and our bodies move into restoration phase at nighttime. So when your body balances by getting nutrition of the GATA-TANA in your cells, it knows when to wake up and when to have energy and when to go to sleep. That makes sense. It's the body being in homeostasis. It knows what to do. God makes no mistakes. It's brilliant.
That balance. It's all about.
The way I like to talk about it too, Empress, is that, you know what? I when I first saw this product and saw what it did for me, it was like, it's like the new phenomenon known as AI. Everybody heard of that, right? It's like once it gets into your system, it goes and figures out what is wrong with you, right? Because we know everybody's body is different. So what this product
Right.
is so smart, it's so incredible that it gets in there and figure what's wrong with you, and then it goes to work. Okay, this person is having problems sleeping at night. Let me work over here. Oh, this problem sugar level isn't not regular. Let me go fix this over here. This person have skin problems or energy issues. Let's go work at this. So that's the way I look at it, to keep it simple, and
Yes.
it makes sense to me. Right?
It goes into the classroom and figures out the assignment.
There you go. There you go.
I
There you
love
go.
it.
And
Absolutely.
I want to say, you know what, I am so grateful to have these great, awesome teammates with me to help introduce this to the Bahamas Empress, because my thing with bringing this is that, every time I come home, I always hear of the problems everybody's having with their health. We all know that today's,
Oh, we're pleased. We're
all
definitely
right.
pleased.
Yeah, right. Today's wealth is our health, right? And so,
Yes.
everybody's got all the problems, with going this and that, and then no one is really coming up with the true solutions. And so, or they have just a plethora of them that is just confusing. What should I take? Well, what this phytoplankton does, this phyto does, is it narrows all of that down to say, look here, just take this. I'm not saying you don't have to take anything else. All I'm saying is that there's a lot more things you wouldn't have to take. I know Coach Kim and I spoke with it all the time, is that have a counter of all these different things you're taking in the morning, right? Now you can start reducing those bottles down to a few, if anything else, but make sure you have your Galatano on your counter, because you take this every morning, you see things happening like you experience. I see
Yes.
that happening every day. That energy level, people getting that
Clarity.
mental
Mental clarity.
clarity. Yes, and so this is a game changer. My thing was, if this is helping people in Canada over the last 12 years, that David has been really taking this to the world, and it's starting to help people in the United States, then why not people in the Bahamas, right?
Not.
And so, oh my goodness, it was
You would
it
be
was
doing
with
your
joy.
country an injustice if you did not bring this to us.
You are so right. And I
Yes.
didn't want to be in that space. So I am so thankful that I partnered with the right people,
Yes.
David Hunter and his team in Canada, Dr. Lanos in Canada, and Coach Kim in Florida. I mean, in Ohio, and Coach Kim in Tampa. I
Tampa.
mean, and we're committed. We're all locking arms and saying,
And
hey, we're going to
invested.
take this product to the Bahamas and to the Caribbean and to the world.
Absolutely. So again, I want you to, for those that are listening, give them some of the locations in which they can obtain this God-given product, this
Absolutely.
miracle, this
I'm going to
life
go.
changer is what it is.
Life-changing product. Ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, you can go to Friendly Pharmacy on Windsor Field. You can go to Curry's Pharmacy in Palmdale, Lifeline Pharmacy on East Bay Street, Family Pharmacy on Burnett Road, Prescription Parlor, my good friend Laura. She's got two locations, one on Carmichael Road and one on East Street South. And the two awesome locations, Juicing for Life over there in Palmdale and Juicing for Life over there on Saunders Beach Plaza, right?
There you
There we have
go.
Natural Health Research Institute, Dr. Johnson Bartlett, and then my good friend Philip Gray over at Quality Care Pharmacy and the Sterling Plaza and the Hurricane Hole right there in Nassau. Those locations. And if you happen to be traveling to Freeport, you can go by Just Right Pharmacy in Delhi, and you can get the product at those locations. And if you didn't get all of that, just call Coral Pharmaceuticals. They will give you the list of
What about a website?
locations.
Is it on the website, CJ? Do you have it on
Yes, yes,
your
yes.
Island
It's a
Health?
work in progress. If your listeners can write this down, pureislandhealth.com. Pure.
I've got a teacher that's on the live,
Uh-huh,
and she loves to write on the board. So I
uh-huh,
know she's going to go ahead and write it. So say it one more time. Pure Island. What was
Health.
it? Health.
Uh-huh.
PureIslandHealth.com.
Okay. Yes.
All right. So I'm sure teachers.
PureIslandHealth.com.
All right, Pure Island Health. So you can get all the information there as to the outlets in which you can obtain this product if you haven't already. But again, a lot of times, especially when you watch TV and you on TikTok and all the when you're surfing the internet, you're always seeing somebody selling some kind of product, something that promises to change your life. And some of them are hoaxes. We know that,
Mhm.
right? And some things just absolutely sound too good to be true. And I'll be the first to tell you. I told you, teacher would put it up. um, I'll be the first to tell you, I raised, I think, the left or the right eyebrow. I don't remember which one it was. And I was like, sounds good. Sounds good. But yeah, I'm not sure until I actually tried it. And I can tell you one thing about my people. They know that I will always, and CJ can tell you this when he comes back. I told him I would never utter a word of this until I try it for myself, because people believe in every word that I put out. So I'm happy to say that this was not a hoax and that this is truly everything that you guys profess it to be. So thank you so much for sharing this with us. Again, you can visit the website, guys, pureislandhealth.com for more information. So anything else you guys would like to add before we go?
I would love to talk just for a minute about new
Sure.
beginnings. 8 represents represents new beginnings, starting clean again. And I want to say one aspect about the Gaditana is that it goes in and helps to detoxify your baseline, right? So just like if a woman goes to a salon and gets her nails done again, right? We don't go in and just have them paint on top of paint, right? We strip it, we clean it, we do all of that. And that's what this product does. It helps you to clean that baseline out in your very gut so that you're just not stacking junk upon junk. And then you have this little bit of cleaner on top. No, let's get all the way down to the baseline and start the rebuild layer by layer. And that
Does
is
anybody believe that little spoon
I know.
on a
Right.
daily? Because I look at it and I'm like, really?
Tiny spoon.
It's
That was
so
so
tiny. Look at
well
it.
put, Coach Kim. That was so well put. I'll pop in here before CJ and just say that, you know, I'll say again, hundreds of thousands of people, not 1,000, not 2,000, hundreds of thousands of humans have taken this for 12 years in Canada. We've heard everything from it helps sugar cravings, because a lot of what Coach Kim was saying.
I need to take 3 or 4 scoops then.
Lowers blood sugar, migraines, headaches, skin disorders. And we're not making health claims. We're saying people have told those stories in Canada over and over and over, even stories where they are really having to put health as their number one priority because time is of the essence. They went to the doctor and they had a pretty frightening doctor's visit. And so now they're going to do everything they can to stay healthy. We've had hundreds of thousands of Canadians take it. And for those of you science geeks like me, there are thousands of studies on phytoplankton in humans and what it does and how important it is. On the National Library of Medicine in the United States, which is pubmed.gov. It is the National Library of Medicine in the United States of America. So for those of you, because I know it sounds too good to be true, so maybe for some of you pharmacists or engineers and science loving.
Or even other medical doctors even.
Yes, there's thousands of studies, like over 22,000 studies on phytoplankton on PubMed.gov. But yes, cravings, blood sugar, behavior. Last thing I'll say is sometimes people, no matter their age, they have some aggressive behavior, or maybe behavior where they are just maybe other professionals want to medicate them because of their behavior.
Can I interject right here? Because I know of a situation where a child is very, very disruptive in class based on them having ADHD, right?
Yes.
And the parents don't want to necessarily put them on medication. And the school is, put in a very tight spot because the child is disruptive and parents are thinking about moving their kids because of this one child. Would you suggest? Yeah, I see it in your eyes.
Here's my statement. And I'm not going to speak as a board certified naturopathic doctor. I'm going to speak as a mom.
Okay.
And I was so blessed to have a child suffered with infertility and ended up having her naturally. And that was many years ago because I'm old.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So she is in grad school now. But I will tell you as a mom, because I can legally say this.
Okay.
If my daughter was going to nursery school or preschool or kindergarten, I would get a little scoop of Gatatana and I would put it in her maybe almond-based yogurt or her little, gluten-free oatmeal or whatever. And I would sneak it in her every single day. As a mom, that's exactly what I would do. All I will tell you is we legally have to say you have to be over 18, not pregnant, not nursing. We have to say that in the United States, but it is food, my friends. It's food. God made it. It's microscopic food. There's no contraindications. It's food. So would you give your young children and toddlers and children healthy food? You sure would. You sure would.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, guys, that's our time. Thank you so much. It's been my esteemed pleasure to have you guys once again sharing the good news. And of course, now available here in the Bahamas and not just Nassau. So once again, I want you to give that Freeport location again, CJ.
Yeah, it's at the Just Right Pharmacy in Delhi. We also have Chappie's Pharmacy, Niles Pharmacy, and Superbuck Pharmacy. You can find it at those locations as well. And thank you so much for having us again. I promise you we will be back, okay? I promise you that. I'll be in Nassau in a few weeks.
Okay, so see you soon. And in the interim, guys, don't forget to check out the website at www.pureislandhealth.com. All right. And don't forget, Drinking for Life, both locations. We got you. I can't say we got you. We'll have you maybe tomorrow or the next day again. I'm sold out. So thank you so much, Dr. Lana. It was a pleasure.
It was an honor.
Coach Kim, thank you so much. I feel like I know you guys now.
Absolutely. No issues. This was lovely. Thank you.
We're new family. We're new family, and it's an honor to be here.
Thank you so much, my Phyto family. Thank you.
Yes, drink your Fido. Drink your Fido.
Oh, you got a song for it now?
We got a jingle coming up soon, Empress. I'm going to share it with you as soon as it finishes, okay?
Say no more. Thank you, guys, and enjoy the rest of your
evening.
And
God
folks,
bless you all.
Thank
you. Shout out to SAC Class of 78.
5 o'clock. You drive at 5 with yours truly, and DJ AI comes your way. Stick around.
All right. Thank you so much, Empress. Awesome show. Thank you, Coach Kim. Thank you, Dr. Lana.
That was delightful. It was my pleasure. Always a pleasure, Empress.
Maybe we'll all be in the studio one of these days together. Right?
Woohoo!
That would be so amazing. Empress, you are lovely. You are just such a pro, and you do it with elegance and intelligence and grace. I can't wait to meet you in person, and same with Coach Kim. Can't wait to connect.
Oh, thank you. I love your voice, girl. You got it. People dialed in. I'm like, oh my goodness. How long have you been on radio?
I know she does. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. After we finish the show, we go straight to the beach. Okay, Dr. Lana?
That is what I'm talking about. Tell David we have a plan.
That's right.
We're going to take this all over the Bahamas. We're going to get every family taking it every day.
There you go. Every day.
Praise God.
Thank you guys so much again.
All right. See you on the next round. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.